Hey, welcome to Retro Media Talk podcast. This is Steve, and I'm here with Steve Lago. He is back. He was gone last week. We did planes, trains, and automobiles, but he is back. How's it going, Steve?
I am back. I'm back. Good. Doing good. I'm anxious.
Well, good. Hey, one thing.
I wish I wouldn't have missed last week. It was a good movie. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna ask you what you thought about the film, just to catch you, or just so I can hear your opinion on it. But first off, this is a couple days after Veterans Day, and we want to thank you for your service, because you are an ex-Marine and you served the country and you are a veteran. And anyway, I want to throw that out there. Thank you for your service. Awesome, man. Mm-hmm. You are a hero to all of us that live in this country. So I just want to throw that out there. That is a shout out to Steve Lago. And we're going to have a couple guests on. Mike Gallus couldn't make it. He canceled. And then Steve Kirchgessner canceled. But that's all right. I'm going to do a shout out for him because his birthday is in 2 days. So, hey, Steve Kirchgessner, I know you're listening. And obviously, happy birthday. Actually, when this comes out, it will be on your birthday. So, happy birthday.
What a great present.
What a great present. Yeah. Listening to the podcast. Well, we hope you listen to it, but yeah, he was going to get on tonight, but he had some things going on. He couldn't make it. So it's me and Steve, and we're going to talk about one of the most, I can't say iconic Christmas movies because it's split down the middle between fans. People argue all the time, it's not a Christmas film. And then other people go, yes, it is a Christmas film. So we're going to go ahead and level out the debate tonight. And no matter what Bruce Willis says, it is a Christmas film. Now, what we're talking about, yes, obviously you know what we're talking about. We're talking about Die Hard. Die Hard from 1988, starring Bruce Willis. Fantastic film. The reason we're going to settle it as a Christmas film is because we got confirmation from the director himself that said it is a Christmas film, and the writer. So there you go. According to John T. I don't know, my notes are scattered. McTiernan. He said Die Hard is indeed a Christmas film, even though the original intention wasn't. So half the people are right to one extent. But the joy that came from it became it did turn into a Christmas film. And the writer even goes into detail and says, yes, this is a Christmas film. There are 4 Christmas songs in Die Hard. And the writer, Stephen E. D'Souza, said that he vouches that Die Hard is indeed a Christmas film, and even more so than White Christmas. Can you believe that?
I won't agree with that. Well, you know what? White Christmas isn't really. He says
really he says White Christmas. There's only 2 scenes in Christmas, in the beginning and at the end, and in Die Hard, it's through the whole night. I mean, Christmas Eve. It was set on Christmas Eve. So I guess he's got a point there. One thing, I don't know. Do you know much about this director, John T. McTiernan?
No, I don't know anything about him, actually.
Well, you will, because he did some he did some great films that I had no idea he did. So I guess I'll go down a little list. The First Predator. He did that one. Did you know that? Well, you didn't know that.
Well, I didn't. No, I didn't know that.
Last Action Hero. You remember that one?
One of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, and he even won a Raspberry Award for Worst Motion Picture, which I totally disagree. I mean, it had one of the best soundtracks. It had Queensrÿche in there. Oh my gosh, freaking awesome.
Megadeth, Angry Again.
Yeah.
Tesla on there. But not only that, see, the people, I know we're going on a tangent real quick, The Last Action Hero, but people didn't realize or didn't get at the fact that it was a spoof on action movies.
Yeah, it's totally.
It was supposed to be stupid, and it was stupid, but it was funny, and it's one of Arnold's best movies, without question.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a fun movie. I love that movie, and yeah, I agree. A lot of people didn't get it, and it's too bad because it was great. It was a great, entertaining flick.
I went to opening day on that. As a matter of fact, I couldn't wait to see it.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know if I saw that in the theater or not. I can't remember. I don't believe I did. Which I can't believe I didn't because I knew, you know, because I bought the soundtrack because the Queensrÿche had a song on it. And I might have, I just can't remember. But anyway. But he did.
I mean, looking at his list, he's made some pretty good movies.
Remember the Hunt for Red October? I saw that in the theater. I love that. Oh
yeah, that was a huge movie.
Yeah, that was great. Medicine Man. So he had two with Sean Connery.
Yeah. Sean Connery.
And then he did Rollerball 2002, the remake, which I love the 1970s version of Rollerball. I don't know if you saw that one. But that's
when I was a kid, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't James Caan in that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
He also did 13th Warrior with Antonio. Yes. Great movie.
And I haven't seen that in so long. So when that popped up, I was like, man, I got to watch that movie again. And I even liked the Nomads from 1986, but I can't remember it much. But I remember watching that.
I've never heard of it.
And that might have been his first picture. I don't know. I can't.
That's
something like that. Yeah, it had Pierce Bronson, I think, or something.
Pierce Bronson.
Bronson, yeah. What is Bronson?
Brosnan.
Yeah.
He was the writer and director for that.
Yeah. Wow. And he wrote a lot of these. He wrote a lot of stuff too. He was producer of many of them too. He might have I think he did Die Hard with a Vengeance too. I could be mistaken on that, but I think he did 2 Die Hard movies.
What, directing?
Yeah, I believe so. Are you looking at the list? Did he do 2 also? He might have did 2 also. No, he didn't.
No, he did Die Hard and Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay, yeah. Well, one thing it was cool. I was going through the cast. Well, first, I always get ahead, and I should do a little synopsis because I don't want to do it in post, so I got to do it now because I always forget. Oh shoot, I didn't do the description of the movie.
It's pretty short and sweet. So
yeah. It's basically an NYPD officer tries to save his wife and several others taken hostage by German terrorists during a Christmas party at the Nakatomi Plaza in Los Angeles.
Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah. And it was based on a novel by Roderick Thorpe, and the screenplay was written by Stephen D. D'Souza, which I've already talked about him being the writer on it. So, but the weird thing is this movie was a summer blockbuster. It did come out in July of 1988, which is strange because they should have put it out in December. I think it would have really been cool to put it out for Christmas, but maybe that's why people didn't think it was a Christmas movie. I don't know. But
Christmas in July, man,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You're right. Used to be a big thing.
That is a big thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. So I guess that did work. But, it made a ton of money. I mean, the budget was like around $28 million. I think it made between $139 and $141 million. And it spurred on Die Hard 2, Die Harder, in 1990, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Live Free or Die Hard in 2007, and A Good Day to Die Hard 2013. So, but I don't think Bruce Willis will be doing any more Die Hard movies. I think he's done, which is sad, but, you know. So let us go to Die Hard right now. So when you watched it, what did you think? Wait, when was the first time you saw the movie? Do you remember?
I rented it on video. Probably as soon as it came out on video, I rented it. I didn't see it in the theater.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Probably saw it my senior year of high school, 89, probably.
Yeah.
So I wasn't there for the initial hype, but
yeah, I missed.
He was a rising star prior to this. He was on Moonlighting. Remember?
Yep, Moonlighting.
And he put an album out, something about Bruno.
Oh yeah,
Bruno.
I forgot about that.
And he was the Seagram's wine cooler spokesman. Seagram's going. And he did those commercials.
Yeah, but that song he did, that wasn't too bad, was it? Was it bad? I can't remember.
No, it was something Respect. Yeah, it was a hit.
I thought it was all right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
But he was rising, and then this movie put him over the top.
Yeah, he was an action star. Yeah, for sure. So what'd you think when you rewatched it?
I hadn't seen it in so long that I was totally into it, and I loved it. I loved it, and I was totally absorbed into it. And I didn't find one thing that I was like, oh, that's so cheesy and so dated. I mean, it wasn't. There was the movie was awesome. I was really I was so pumped after watching it that I started to watch Die Hard 2 right afterwards. So no, it was good. It was good.
Yeah. I watched. I got so into it, and everything. I watched Die Hard 2, and the one thing I forgot is that it's set 1 year later, basically to the day, and it's Christmas too,
right?
Christmas Eve too, and what was cool about it was set in Washington D.C. and it was snowing in that one. So you got L.A. Christmas, and then you got Washington D.C. I loved it, but it was just nonstop action, whatever. But we'll talk about the first one first, and then we'll briefly talk about some of the other ones because I can't talk about all because the only ones I rewatched. I only had time for was Die Hard, Die Hard 2, and Live Free or Die Hard. I probably should have watched the third one, but I went ahead and watched the Live Free or Die Hard because I remembered there was so much just unbelievable action in it, so I wanted to watch that one again. But I didn't get around to rewatching A Good Day to Die Hard, and that was the latest one. But I remember I loved it. I don't know, but I can't talk about it because I can't remember it. But let's go over Die Hard 1. You loved it. It was nonstop. Whatever. I mean, it's a 2 hour and some movie, but it does not feel that long.
It moves because there's so much action. It moves so quick. There's not really any. I mean, once the terrorists burst into the building, I mean, it's like nail biter all the way to the end. All the way to the end.
Yeah. Do you know that guy? The guy that plays
Alan Rickman.
Yeah. Plays
Severus Snape.
Yeah. Did you know? I didn't know he died at 69.
Yeah, he died a couple of years ago.
Yeah, 2016. Yeah. I was like, oh man, I did not know that. So that was kind of a shocker. And you know what was really a shocker was the long Fabio looking guy named Carl, but he died 95, dude. 45. I did not know that. The guy I'm talking about, right? The second main bad guy, that he fights with and comes back in the end, out the building and they shoot him. You still there? Did I lose you?
Yo, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Oh, shit. What happened? I was like, did I lose you?
Yeah, so I disconnected right when you were saying you were talking about Carl, Alexander Godunov.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay. So you knew who I was talking about, obviously.
Yeah.
But but I lost you. So did you know he died in 95?
No.
Isn't that
I know
crazy?
he was in a lot of movies. I didn't know a whole lot about him.
I didn't either, but he died at 45 years old in 95. That's crazy. I didn't know that. But, when you start...
And what's crazy is he looked like he was 45 in Die Hard.
I mean, he would have been... 88, 90...
So take 7 years away from that. So he was like 38.
Late 30s, yeah, okay. And then the Japanese boss, James, I'm not even going to say his last name, but anyway, the guy, Taka, whatever, Towers.
The ninja dude?
No, the guy that is the boss, the Towers name, what's the name now? Nakatomi Plaza, the boss.
Oh, the Nakatomi Plaza guy?
Yeah, that guy's dead. The guy played him, the boss guy, the CEO, whatever, I don't know. And then Paul Gleason died at 67 in 2006. He was the Dwayne T. Robinson, the police chief.
He was he was the asshole from the Breakfast Club too.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious.
And then also William Atherton was in it, and he always played a dick too. The red-haired news guy.
Oh, that guy. Yes, he's in 2 also. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in tons of stuff, and he's always a jerk.
Yeah. He just has a face of a jerk. But yeah, so
he was in Real Genius. That's
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, the other guys, everybody else seemed like they were still alive when I was looking them up. I mean, maybe not some of the smaller cast members, but I mean the main ones.
You know who I didn't remember? I remembered Al, the cop.
Yeah,
I remembered him,
he's
but
great.
I did not remember whatsoever the limo driver being in the movie at all. I didn't remember him at all.
Oh yeah,
I didn't remember that part.
I was like, man, he's got an easy job. he just sat there all night.
But Al, Sergeant Al Powell, was in the Urkel TV show, right? Wasn't he? The father
he was in.
Urkel?
Yeah, that's where. Because I knew he did some TV.
Family Matters.
Yeah. You're right. That's him. That guy cracks me up because when he's in the with that convenience store or whatever, he's buying all those Twinkies and stuff.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Yeah, my wife's pregnant, whatever," and that guy's going, "I thought you cops ate donuts," or whatever he said. He's like, "Oh, yeah,
right.
My wife's pregnant, No, she is. I don't know. That cracked me up. And then when Bruce Willis was talking to him on the radio, and he was eating a Twinkie or something. So, what's in these damn things or something? Right. And he's giving the ingredients list.
Yeah, and he starts listing the ingredients
because I knew I knew what was in those, so it was funny when he was giving the ingredients. Hey guys, what's up? This is Steve Montgomery from Retro Media Talk. Hey, I just want to let you know I got a new album out called Night Sky. If you like ambient, cinematic type music, a little synth wave mixed in with some of the tracks, hey, check it out. It's available on Bandcamp, Amazon, Spotify, and some other outlets. I also have a physical CD that you can order through the link in the podcast description wherever you're listening to. Thank you so much for your support. Steve Montgomery, Night Sky, out now. Let's talk about the one-liners. I mean, it's funny. I mean, some of the lines I did not remember.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
You know the best one, right? I mean, the one that everybody remembers.
Well, absolutely. You want me to say it?
Yippee-ki-yay,
motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I mean, it's just a great line. And the fact that he's like, call me Roy, you know, he likes Roy Rogers. So the whole yippee-ki-yay, you know, just fits perfect. When I watched 2, I didn't know if he was going to repeat that line in that movie. Yet he does.
Does he? I don't remember.
Yeah, he does. It's classic.
What's his other one? He says, Geronimo, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And then he says, Happy Trails, Hans.
Yeah, Happy Trails. I love that because that's another like Roy Rogers,
right?
Like tribute, I guess.
And then when he's fighting Carl, he's like, what's he saying? You motherfucker, and I'm going to kill you. I'm going to fucking cook you, and then I'm going to fucking eat you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then that one black dude that's on the watching the cameras or whatever, he goes, Theo, that's it. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring except 4 assholes coming in the rear in standard 2x2 cover formation. Oh, yeah, I didn't read that very well.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring except the 4 assholes coming in the rear in standard 2x2 cover formation.
For 88, man, they had some good explosions, man. You know, they had some good, really good action, special effects.
Especially like that last, the last explosion.
Yeah.
That was pretty, it was pretty big. Obviously they probably had to, it was probably a model or something, but when they show the outside, you know, in the parking lot, I mean, there's nothing but like debris and stuff on fire. And, I mean, it seemed pretty realistic. I didn't get the idea that, I'm watching some, matte painting or, some CG stuff. I mean, it all seemed pretty realistic for 1988.
Yeah, Bruce, he seemed like it seemed like a pretty physical role, He did a lot of physical stuff in that. And I was looking for, like a stand-in stunt double, but
I've seen a stunt double plenty of times.
Did you? Okay.
Oh yeah, especially when he was fighting Carl.
Yeah, maybe
it was pretty obvious.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that one part, man, when he's talking to that lady. Sir, this is an emergency line. Does it sound like I'm ordering a pizza or whatever? What was the exact lines in that? It was.
This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
No fucking shit, lady! Do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
No fucking shit, lady. Does it sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
Yeah, that's it.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.
One thing I wanted to say about the director, I found this kind of interesting, right? So he hasn't made a movie in like 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, is this guy dead? I mean, so I looked it up, and he got in some trouble. So John McTiernan, he pled guilty to perjury and lying to an FBI investigator, Anthony Pellicano, in late 2000 to illegally wiretap the phone calls of 2 people, one who was Charles Roven, a co-producer of his action film remake Rollerball. John was incarcerated in federal prison from April 2013 to February 2014.
Holy crap.
Wasn't long, I mean, but during his imprisonment, he filed for bankruptcy amidst foreclosure proceedings for his large ranch residence. So he went bankrupt, all that. But but he's been out of the public eye for 20 years. And now, just recently in October, strangely enough, he's got a new film he's working on. It's called Taut. I can't even say it.
Tau Ceti 4?
Yeah, Foxtrot or whatever. Yeah. Taut Ceti Foxtrot is what I was. Is that right? Is that what you're looking at then?
Here it says Tau Ceti 4, a group of rebels out to kill the oligarchs and military thugs who terrorize a war-torn planet in the remote Tau Ceti solar system.
Yeah, yeah. So it's got
Uma
Uma
Thurman is gonna be in it, yeah.
and Lawrence Fishburne.
And Travis Fimmel, which is from, what is it, Vikings?
Oh.
And he was also in that awesome show that just got canceled on Showtime. I can't remember the name now. About the robots on a different planet.
Oh, Westworld?
No.
Oh, no, that's on HBO. Never mind.
It's a great show, and they left you kind of hanging at the end of season 2, and then they're like, "Oh, we're not going to do a season." Raised by Wolves.
Oh, I never seen that.
Yeah, yeah. The big cable networks are notorious for doing that to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they won't even give you. They won't even give them an opportunity. Just okay. Can we make a 2-hour movie or something just to wrap everything up? Because it really is.
Well, look how long it took HBO to finally wrap up Deadwood. It took like a decade of people bitching and moaning.
Yeah.
For them to finally put out a movie to wrap up the series.
Yeah, I mean it's torture. You put on this time and then you don't get a good payoff.
There was a great show on HBO, Carnival. Did you ever watch that?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I used to watch that
same
one.
Thing. Left you hanging.
Yeah,
left you hanging. Didn't finish it. And another one. I was so pumped up. I was like, oh wow, season 2 was out, and it's called Black Summer. Have you watched it? It's a zombie show.
Oh no, I remember seeing that.
I mean,
that was on Netflix, right? That was, or whatever.
Yes.
Or something. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, the new season just came out, and then I'm reading up there, and they decided not to renew it. And I'm like, what?
Well, when I had Netflix, because I don't have it, I did start watching that. But yeah, Netflix is big for that too, canceling shows.
There's nothing more irritating, at least, yeah. There's some networks and stuff that get it. They're like, oh right, yeah, the show's not making us enough money, but people have like 5-6 years invested in it. The least we can do is wrap it up. You know what I mean? It's like ABC wanted to cancel Lost, but at least they're like, all right, let's shorten the season.
Oh my gosh,
and give them like the big 3-hour finale and wrap it up at least. You know what I mean?
Oh man, if they didn't wrap that show up, that would have been. Oh my gosh, that would have been real torture.
Yes.
Because I mean, that's the whole thing of Lost was like, you got to find out what's going on. I mean,
right? The same thing. The same thing happened with Fringe. You ever watch Fringe?
Yep.
Same thing. They made that super short last season, but at least they gave them enough time to answer and finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I didn't finish that show, so they wrap everything up on that show.
Yeah,
I was gonna go back to that show.
The last season wasn't as good as the rest of the seasons, but I mean, it was a pretty good ending. Actually, way better than I expected.
Oh, good.
And
J.J. Abrams, he did that one too, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah. And another thing was crazy too, that I was reading an article just probably a week or so ago that listed so many studios that are no longer going to produce physical media starting like in the next year or so.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh man, like who?
I don't know if it was
like major studios.
Yes, like major studios.
Oh man, that's so depressing.
Yeah, because I guess there's just not the demand for it anymore.
Well, I mean that sucks for collectors and stuff, because I mean, it's bull, man. The problem with digital streaming, I think we've talked about it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know I've talked to somebody about it, but the thing is, they can, say they want to ban something in a movie, they can just digitally edit it out and you'll never be able to see that first, that first produced film. So, let's take, you got a phone call?
It's an Amber Alert just coming over my phone.
It is?
Yeah. Child abduction. Yep.
Oh, shit.
2011 Gray Buick Enclave. Well,
It's
for
like-
example, is George Lucas basically scrubbed the original Star Wars, right? So you'll never ever be able to go on to Disney Plus if you want to watch the very first Star Wars. You'll never see the original version that we grew up on. That's gone. You know what I mean? Unless you have the original DVD release or the old VHS cassette. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it's like any movie could be, could end up in the modern day book burning with digital. So, hey, we don't like this actor, a cameo in there. Well, let's say Home Alone 2, had Trump in there, right?
Yeah.
They could digitally remove him and,
They were talking about doing that. I don't know if it was jokingly or not.
I thought I heard that. And I'm like, you guys are a bunch of fucking pussies, What a...
But it's, but yeah, I mean, I was watching, because I got on a little bit of a John Hughes kick because we were doing Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
And so I watched 16 Candles on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And of course, they had that warning at the beginning. Outdated.
Oh, yeah. What is up with that bullshit?
Insensitive cultural references because of
Yeah.
Long Duck Dong.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
Because every time he'd show up, they'd play that gong. Gong.
Oh, I know. I love that. I love that. That is awesome.
I don't have it anymore. I usually subscribe when it's a new season of The Mandalorian, but you go on Disney Plus now and you watch any of these old films like Davy Crockett or whatever, and they're like insensitive cultural reference because there's Indians. They call them Redskins or whatever.
Geez.
Yeah, all those classic Disney things all have a warning on them, dude. It's crazy.
So the day they start re-editing stuff probably ain't far away.
Well, they already did it with some of the Warner Brothers cartoons.
Oh, they did? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they got rid of Elmer Fudd's gun and gave him a
what?
something. Yes.
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Unbelievable. They've done some edits to those old Warner Brothers, Bugs Bunny Roadrunner type of cartoons. Yeah,
Man.
They've taken out weapons and stuff
See,
like that.
that's just bullshit, man. That's why we gotta, you gotta collect physical media, stuff that you love before they, change it, because they love to change history and everything else. So, hey, let's change movies. That'll be, that's the future. Everything will be digital and you won't have a choice and they'll just, we don't like this anymore. That's just crazy, man. God.
But what is crazy though is that so many platforms still air Blazing Saddles.
You're right. You're right. And
that would have been gone a long time ago.
I thought it would have been. Yeah. That is just a great comedy. But yeah, that's way I thought that would be one of the first movies to go. So back to Die Hard.
Right.
So Die Hard 2, man, I watched it and it kicks ass. I don't know how far you got, but Die Hard 2 was almost, I don't want to say it was more enjoyable, but it almost was, because the first one is just, I love the first one. But Die Hard 2 just had some really kick-ass stuff going. Well, and unbelievable action. Really.
Yeah. They definitely ramped it up. They knew they knew what they did in the first one, so they decided to go ahead and just to really ramp it up.
Yeah.
And add more action and violence. And
I guess that's why it's called Die Harder. Because it's like he gets beat up like nobody's business, you know. I mean, it's just nonstop, like, oh my gosh, you know.
I
how far did you get? How far did
I ended
you
up
get?
seeing it to the part where he went out to the runway because all the lights went off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's about as far as I got.
All right. I won't give it away because you gotta finish it. But
Well, I mean, I have seen it before. I mean,
I know, but
it's been a long time.
But I did too. But I didn't remember a damn thing about it. It was
I don't
crazy.
remember either.
I mean, I guess that's one of my, I don't know. One of the good things about not remembering a movie so well is I can watch it again. It's a whole new experience, you know. Because I did that with Live Free or Die Hard. I watched that. We watched it, was it Friday night? Yeah, I think it was Friday night. And oh my gosh, dude, there was so much action. You know, that's the one with Justin Long. And it fits really good with today and all that stuff. Like,
right.
You know, you remember some of that stuff going on. And yeah, dude, it's just so much action going on. You got to watch it, man. You got to watch it again because it's intense. And I think the next one I'm going to watch is A Good Day to Die Hard, and then I'll do Die Hard with Vengeance after that. Action movies are just so fun, especially when they have comedy in there, you know, mixed in. We didn't talk about what your opinion of Planes, Trains, Automobiles was.
Right. Yeah, no, it had some funny moments in it, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, yeah. It's another movie I hadn't seen in so long that I really didn't remember anything of the movie. And I wasn't like laughing. So like my sides was splitting, but it was humorous. In some parts, it was just a good story. John Hughes knows how to make a movie, and it was a good story. You were totally like invested in Steve Martin and John Candy's like road trip. You know what I mean? So I mean, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Like I said, though, I didn't find it like. It's not nearly as funny as Army of Darkness. Let's put it that way. So I mean, in the comedy scale. So I mean, it was a fun movie, but I've seen funnier. So did you
hear when? So you said you listened to the podcast. Did you hear what I said? In the end of Planes, Trains, Automobiles, I got a little teared up.
Yeah.
Did you get teared up at all, or did you? No.
I don't think I did. Okay. No, I don't think so. Okay. But I for a second I got a little bit emotional when Bruce Willis and like hooked up with Al.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. That was really cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a smidgen. There wasn't any tears or anything.
No tears. But yeah, it felt good.
Yeah,
you know. Well, Al also he shot Carl in the end.
Right.
I mean, I love that ending. You know, that was a great ending. Yeah, I just wanted to know your opinion on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles because we missed you that week, and
I mean, the highlight of the movie is John Candy.
He is the funniest part of that movie for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's really the comedy, and Steve Martin is just the reaction to the comedy.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like we said in the podcast, I mean, you look at John Candy's face and that mustache, and you just laugh, you know.
And, well, let's be honest, man. Fat people are funny.
I mean, you know,
they just have emotions that are funny, and they not that there's anything wrong with fat people. I'm not saying that, but they do funny things. They just look funny, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Because
I mean, that was part of his shtick was that he was a big guy.
Yeah.
You know, there were so many fat guys that that were that's what made them hilarious. Is just that they were these fat guys that they did awkward things and had things about them that were hilarious, like Chris Farley and John Candy and Louis
if
Anderson.
They lost weight,
Belushi.
They would look weird. You know what I mean? You remember American Idol with when Randy? No, when Randy Jackson was on there.
Yeah,
and he lost all that weight. Dude, look weird, man.
Yeah, he.
I mean, it's like you almost look like you got a disease. I mean, I'm sorry, but I like Randy Jackson as a fatter dude.
Well, the thing about it is, it's not that they look weird that they're thin.
Yeah,
it's that we've known them as being, chubby or fat, and so it's like when a guy has a beard his whole life and then he shaves that beard off.
Right.
Like, dude, your face looks strange.
Yeah. You look so young now, but it's not right, It's
it's weird, yeah. It's like when Tom Selleck shaved his mustache off.
It's odd.
Dude, you look weird. Dude, put that mustache back on.
But I don't like that, man, when these I know there's another example. I don't know why I pulled Randy Jackson.
Well, another one is what's his ass from The Price is Right?
Yeah.
He looks so. He doesn't look strange, but Drew Carey. I mean, he's just not,
yeah.
He's not the same. He looks like he's just. I don't know. Yeah, and then you lose some of the humor.
You do
because that was your appeal.
What's that guy that? What's his name, man?
It's like Newman from Seinfeld.
Yes,
he lost a ton of weight, and I'm like, what? Everything was funny about him was that he was this short little rotund meatball guy. And with the glasses and the hair, and I mean, I guess he doesn't really care. I mean, he's probably more happy with his health and whatever, but that's what made him humorous.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, plus, I mean, when you're bigger and you lose that weight and stuff, and your skin's more smooth because you're plumped up. You get that fat, that kind of plumps up, hides those wrinkles, and then when you lose weight, your wrinkles all show. It's almost like when they're heavier, there's a hint of Botox. You know what I mean? Like a natural hint of Botox that kind of fills out your face because
that is true. I mean, when people that are heavy lose a lot of weight, they end up looking older.
Yeah,
they do,
and that's what I got from Randy Jackson. Who's the other guy I'm thinking of? That Carl guy. Is there Carl? He was like is he a VJ or a host? He was a host of something. It's Carl. What's his name? It's bugging me now. He wasn't big at all, but he was thicker, and he lost all that weight, and he just looked, really weird. And now I can't remember. Not Carl, but it's shoot. I don't know. He hosted. He did a bunch of hosting on video shows and different things. Huh. I don't even remember what the freaking name is now.
Carl Jr.?
I thought maybe it's not Carl. I don't know, man. Oh shoot! But
just a little public service announcement. We're not making fun of fat people.
All the people we're talking about, we liked fat. So how can we make fun of people fat?
Yeah.
When we liked them fatter, I mean, that's just it. I mean, it just,
I mean, think about it. If Chris Farley was still alive today and he lost 150 pounds,
he would not be Chris Farley.
No. Him with his gut hanging out and him pulling his pants up. The fat guy and little guy jacket type thing. He wouldn't. Yeah, he would have lost it all.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any of those guys. Like we were talking about the podcast, we were talking about John Candy. And then we're talking about John Belushi. They're two heavier guys that were funny as hell, You
even go back to Jackie Gleason.
Yeah, right? Jackie Gleason, yeah.
I mean, if he would have been skinny, he wouldn't have been funny at all.
No. Just certain people you don't want skinny. You know, you just don't. I mean, you're right. They move. They have a certain cadence to their comedy and movement, and it's just funny, you know. But that's what makes them.
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, none of those heavy guys would have ever become famous if they weren't heavy.
No,
they wouldn't
at all. It's totally true, man. Totally true. I wish I could remember that damn guy I'm thinking of.
Carl Jr.
Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating because it's like
Mayor McCheese.
I know you'd probably know who I'm talking about if I could think of it.
Grimace.
Oh my gosh, what is his name? I don't know. Damn it. So anyway, bottom line, moral of the story is if you're fat, you're funny. Don't go on a crazy diet. Lose a bunch of weight because it's we like you.
Damn your health. Damn your health.
Yeah.
Stay funny.
Don't worry, you can still be healthy and fat. I mean, come on now. I've seen skinny guys unhealthy as hell. So,
well, that's because they do meth.
Yeah, maybe. Hey guys, this is Steve here, and I want you to try the best superfood on the market. Field of Greens, real organic superfood. Just use my special coupon code HEALTHYLIFE for ultimate savings. The benefits of Field of Greens contain antioxidants, boosts immunity, completely organic, supports healthy metabolism, and a natural source of vitamins and minerals. Try Field of Greens today with my special coupon code HEALTHYLIFE at checkout. Healthy Life.
I was listening to a podcast of Jimmy Brown.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking about how when they were getting ready to do promotion for one of the albums, I don't know if it was Weapons of Our Warfare or somewhere around that time, that the record company said he really needed to lose weight.
Really?
And somebody that worked for the record company gave him cocaine to help him lose weight.
What? No way, dude. Is that true?
Yeah. It was right out of Jimmy Brown's mouth on his own podcast.
A Christian label did that?
Yeah, I don't know if it was their manager or somebody from the label, but somebody was interested in the promotion. You know, they said, "Here, you try this. This will help you lose the weight."
What label was that?
I don't know if it was Intense or what.
Gosh,
I just remember I was driving and listening to the podcast, and I was pretty surprised. I wasn't being. I'm not going to judge the guy because hey, we've all done some stuff.
Well,
whatever.
did he do it?
I think he did. He said he did do it.
Well, what we're talking about is the lead singer of Deliverance. It was a Christian metal band back in the day,
but he was a big guy, you know.
And, he was big. Yeah, he was big. So was the guy from Sacred Warrior.
Oh, he's really big now, dude.
Yeah. Oh, is he? He's bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them live, and he was a big guy.
Yeah, he's really big now.
Wow. I think weren't they from Chicago or something? There was something. Like that.
Yeah, I think around that area, Evanston or something. Yeah, you know, something in the suburbs. But yeah, somebody from the label or his manager or A&R guy, somebody said, "Hey, take this cocaine. It'll help you lose weight."
Now, I mean, for me, back in the day, when we could not preview bands, you know, we didn't have the way of looking it up on the internet and seeing what it sounded like. We went by album covers, and we also went by what the band looked like. Sometimes they would have pictures of the band on the back.
Yeah.
And I would not buy a band with a who didn't look cool. You know what I mean? Like they had to have a certain look before I bought it. I mean, if they looked freaking cool and I would buy it as a blind buy, not knowing what I would get. I mean, I think I did that with Steel Heart, actually. You know, I saw them and I was like, oh man, these guys look awesome, you know, and I think that was a blind buy. And, you know, there was so many other ones because some of those bands never made it to the radio right away. So you didn't know what they sounded like, but there was a lot of bands, man, I took a chance on. But I mean, if you had a singer, dorky or, you know, he looked, you know, I mean,
I did it too. And I remember as clear as day, I was watching Headbangers Ball, right? Yeah. And I had not heard them before. Well, they were debuting the video to Queensryche Eyes of a Stranger. I'd never heard the band. Yeah. I didn't know anything about them. And they start playing, and, you know, Jeff Tate back then had like that goofy hairdo, right?
Oh, yeah, that kind of mullet. Mullet.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And I was like, oh, what's up with this guy? And then, you know, 20 seconds in the tune where he starts singing, and I was like, he's got to pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got passed, yeah. You know, when he started putting his hair in a ponytail, that was cool, you know.
Yeah.
He had
and then you go back to their other albums, like how he looked on Rage for Order. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Some bands should just not have their picture taken on an album. But yeah, you're right. I mean,
and then I felt the same way when I saw a picture of Camelot. And I was like, who's this short-haired guy in the band?
Oh yeah.
You know, but then, you know, as soon as you hear him singing, you're like, all right, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it you know, when you got every band or every member in the band with long hair, and then you got the singer with short hair, that was always a turn off to me. Not that I'm attracted to a guy with long hair, but it's just like, hey, man, I want the whole damn band to have long hair, you know?
Well, and you know, you can have somebody in the band with short hair, as long as it's like the bass player.
The drummer. Even though I like, you know.
Yeah, it can't be the lead guitar player or the singer.
No, it just can't somebody in the back, whatever.
That's like, you know, when I moved here to Ohio and I wanted to start a band up and stuff like that. And, I'd hooked up with this guitar player, and he had long hair, and, you know, he was kind of out there and stuff, but he had long hair. He wore like a biker jacket and stuff like that, with always no shirt on, you know?
Yeah.
You know? And I told him, I said, yeah, we get this band together. And he looked at me and he goes, rule number 1, dude. He's like, it's only a band with long hairs. No short hairs, no geeks, man. So, and I was like, you're right, you know, and I was like, I absolutely agree. I said, I don't care if these people have no talent whatsoever. As long as they look cool, we can work with them. And that's how I met Shannon.
That's hilarious.
What pissed me off is when Matt Barlow left Iced Earth, and then they get the Ripper in there, right? And I'm like, he just does not. I couldn't even. It doesn't matter then. Like when you have a super, super, super cool band like Iced Earth, you can't just have some short-haired Tim the Ripper Owens singing in the band. It just ruined it for me. Yeah. I couldn't even listen to those albums. They might be awesome, but I would never be. I never know because I'm never going to listen to
them. Well, I mean, I liked them. Hey guys, are you looking to get healthy? How about getting healthy naturally? Your body needs 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 3 essential fatty acids. And the easiest way to get those nutrients into your body is to get the Healthy Body Start Pack. Go over to naturalhealthagenda.com and check out the awesome supplements that Youngevity has to offer. Also, guys, after 90 days of trying the products years ago, I decided to become a distributor because Youngevity gives you the power to become your own boss and to start your own business. I wanted to help others, so after healing my ailments naturally, I wanted to help other people. By becoming a distributor, I was able to share my knowledge to friends, family, and whoever wanted to listen. To drop big pharma, try something natural for a change. Go to naturalhealthagenda.com, naturalhealthagenda.com, and see what the power of nutrition can do for you. Kind of touched on Die Hard and about 10 other times.
Yeah.
topics.
Well, there's not a whole lot to say about Die Hard, except it's a great action film, and that was that was the thing that put Bruce Willis out there to become a major like
Action
movie star.
Yeah.
And of course, then later on in his life, he got blacklisted for being a comedian, blacklisted for being a conservative. And
is that what happened?
Yeah, he was.
Is that why it's always a B? He's always in those low-rated.
Straight to video movies. Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
that's too bad. Yeah, I love Bruce Willis. I wish him. I hope he's okay. I hope he gets better. I know he's got. What does he get? What does he have? Like, is it dementia or
beginnings of dementia?
Yeah, it's too bad, man. I could tell something was up because there was a couple movies he was in, like kind of recently, where they only had like him in like it was almost like cameos, and they acted like he was in the whole thing. I'm like, what is this?
I was reading an article about that, and what it was saying is that these movie producers, were wanting to make a movie, and they needed a little bit of star power to put on the movie poster or the DVD case. So, they'd have him somehow be written into the story, so they could use him on the cover, and they would pay him like, a couple $1 million just for
Jeez.
to be in a movie for like 10 minutes. And so that's why he was churning out so many of these B movies that you see him in now. I mean, probably in the last, if we looked up his filmography, I would say, I'm just guessing, from 2000 to 2022, I bet you that guy has been in at least 50 movies. There's so many like these low budget action movies where he's on the front cover with somebody, and and then they said that his agent basically was taking advantage of him, booking all these films for him to be on so he could get his cut.
Wow.
And his family wasn't looking out for his best interest either.
Jeez. Well, that makes
and they said
sense.
he was pretty scary on a couple movie sets, like when
was
he
he
had to handle firearms, stuff like that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Man, that sucks, dude. Who did he end up with anybody, or was he single? I mean, after Demi, yeah.
I think he's like, I don't think he's remarried. 2015 to the present, he was in, oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32. Like 50 movies, dude.
Wow.
From 2015. So he was just churning these out, these appearances.
Wow.
I mean, he made a couple like legit ones in there, but most of them were these like garbage straight to video movies.
Okay. Hey, I was just looking, dude. He did get remarried.
Did he?
I guess in 2009 to Emma Hemming Willis. Looks like a supermodel or something, or a model. I don't know.
I think the last like real big movie he made was Glass.
Oh yeah.
Which I saw on opening day, which was awesome.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, you're right, man.
And he seemed pretty normal to me in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The dementia must have probably started kicking in probably 2020, maybe.
Yeah.
But hey, man, he had a great career.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he's getting a lot of royalties on Die Hard.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's almost 70. I mean, so I mean, it's not like he's super young. I mean, he's not super old either.
Right.
And he looks great too.
I know he does. He does look great. Some guys just look great bald. You know what I mean? If I lose any more hair, I might have to shave mine off. But but I'm just afraid to see what my head looks like. but I thought Bruce Willis, when I first saw him, the shaved head, I thought he looked, because he's got a shaved head and Live Free or Die Hard.
Right.
I just think he looks badass,
Yeah, no, he looks. He's one of the guys that looks pretty normal,
Yeah.
There's some guys that you see with a bald head, and you're just like, they got like a little pinhead or something.
Yeah.
You got to have like that round, like rock shaped head. It's got to be. You got to have like a big, burly head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You won't know till you shave it.
Well, I mean, perfect example. You ever seen American History X?
Oh yeah.
With Edward Norton. He's got a pinhead.
Yeah.
And so when he was shaved bald, it just wasn't a good look for him.
Yeah.
But you see somebody like The Rock or Bruce Willis.
Right. Yeah.
They look good. They look good with it. John Travolta, no.
I don't know. I don't think he looks bad bald.
I mean, but on the flip side, there was a lot of movies prior to him going bald, like shaving it, that he was wearing some really bad rugs.
Was he?
So
which one, John?
Yeah.
Travolta? Okay. Yeah, I mean, some of those guys, obviously they probably, I mean, they have the whole Hollywood thing going, so they're either, got toupees or plugs or, whatever going on. And you'd never know it, but.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Matthew McConaughey, he's had plugs. I mean, he tried to say he used some. He's on video.
Yeah.
On the show saying that he used like this hair treatment and stuff like that. And I'm like, come on, dude.
Dude, he was totally losing his hair, and all of a sudden he's got full
Big
hair.
Time. Yeah, he got plugs. I know a guy here, a friend of mine. That's some acquaintance of mine, and he got plugs. And man, they ain't cheap. They ain't cheap.
I bet.
And the first time they failed.
Really? Oh man.
And he said it was very painful. And
wow.
Yeah, but it's like you're looking at like $30,000, man, for some plugs.
Jeez.
I mean, obviously, if I was a movie star, $30,000. You don't
yeah.
Nothing. You know what I mean,
I do plugs over plastic surgery. I mean,
Yeah.
Anybody that does plastic surgery just looks like an idiot, It just,
for sure.
It's just so bad. It never turns out right.
You know what's crazy? Since we're talking about plugs and bald people.
Yeah.
Joe Lynn Turner.
Oh, okay. Joe Lynn Turner, the singer of
he was in Rainbow and Malmsteen.
Yeah.
He sang, he's done a lot of stuff.
Well, just so people know who we're talking about.
So Joe Lynn Turner, he just came out with a new album, which is awesome, by the way.
And he had plugs, right? Or something. Didn't he just shave his head or something?
Well, and I couldn't tell, but he's been wearing a wig for 25 years.
That's right. I saw that. I couldn't believe it.
No, and he had an awesome wig.
But he looks awesome bald, though.
Yeah, it's hard to get used to.
Maybe it's with the eyeliner and stuff. It looks cool. I don't know. He looks kind of cool, I think.
But have you heard that album?
No, I haven't. Is it good?
Yeah, and it's very Christian and New World Order kind of thing in there.
Right
It's
up
really
my
the
alley.
lyrics are amazing. Yeah, I listened to the whole album. I'm going to buy it actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really good.
I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, I saw that. Look. Oh wait, you know what, dude? I did hear one song.
Belly of the Beast.
Might have been. I can't remember the title.
There's some kick-ass songs.
But there was some good lyrics. I remember that now.
Yeah.
That I heard. And I was wondering that. But yeah, so I mean that's a good example because I read that story. I was like, is this for real? He was wearing a wig that whole time.
Yeah, for like 25 years he got alopecia or something where you just lose your hair, and then he just started losing it and it just never came back. And so
jeez.
I mean, and he had like that mid-length kind of hairdo, but it looked good on him. I had no idea. I mean, he had a good rug.
So so I guess that's our Die Hard episode.
Yeah, Die Hard. Yeah.
We went pretty long here for a bunch of
for 5 minutes of the movie we talked about.
Minutes of the movie.
But
Well, bottom line is,
yeah.
Die Hard is a Christmas film.
Yeah, I was telling my wife that. I said, "Oh, it's a Christmas movie," and then she's like, "There's just an awful lot of killing. I don't think it's a Christmas movie." I said, "Look, there's a Christmas tree right there."
Yeah, there's a Christmas tree. And there's Christmas songs in the end. There's Christmas songs at the party, I think. And then there's, I don't know, there's 4 Christmas songs, they said, in the movie. But there's no snow because it's L.A. But if you want snow, watch the second one. There's snow in that one.
Right.
So,
speaking of snow and speaking of Christmas movies, we had snow today here in Ohio.
Yeah, we had snow yesterday.
And
not much, but I mean.
Christmas movies this week coming up on HBO Max. The new Christmas Story movie will be coming out on the 18th or 16th. I can't remember which day.
Oh, it is?
For all you people that like the Christmas Story, the sequel's coming out on HBO Max.
Oh, shoot.
The preview looks awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Well, are you going to watch it then this week?
Yeah, I want to watch it as soon as it comes out. Yeah, it's got all the all of the kids in it, and it looks pretty good. I didn't hear about it, but they must have done some shooting down here in Cleveland.
Really? Huh. Hey guys, do you like Star Wars, Funko, Marvel Legends, McFarlane Toys, Legos? Then I got a special coupon code to save 10% over at Entertainment Earth. Use my special coupon code CRAZETV with a K, KRAZETV, to get 10% off at entertainmentearth.com. entertainmentearth.com with coupon code CRAZETV with a K to save 10%. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to Retro Media Talk Podcast. Hey, please subscribe to us on all the different platforms. You can find us anywhere from Amazon Music to Apple Podcasts to different podcasts, subscriptions or whatever. Find us anywhere or Google Retro Media Talk Podcast. You'll find it. You can go to retromediatalk.com. You can find us there, links there, Anchor FM, Red Circle, you name it. Oh, and YouTube under Craze TV with a K. We appreciate you listening to our holiday episode of Die Hard. And yes, hashtag Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Right. And
absolutely.
And we'll have another Christmas feature up for you next week. And until then, any last words there, Steve?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
You damn it, you bastard. You stole the words right out of my mouth because I was going to say the same thing. That's awesome. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Later.
Bye.